Okay, so that, like, goes flush with the wall there. You can't, like, sneak in between there. Wow, look at the gorgeous view. This is wonderful. I love this. I don't see any blood on the floor or on the ground here. So this is where Ellen was attacked and Mr. Bloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's her splat on the ground below. Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over there. Police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to. Oh my god, he is totally rationalizing it. Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Nice, Maya. Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. Oh, it's so beautiful up there. I just want to live in the sky, you know? Not like in the clouds, like in heaven. That'll come soon enough, but, you know. So it's like, seriously not gonna let us look around up there? I mean, it didn't look like there was that much to really examine, though, so I guess we're okay. Is Emma still here? Bloodstain, let's talk about it. Emma, about this bloodstain, doesn't something about it strike you as odd? So odd about the victim's blood? Do we know it's the victim's blood? That's not exactly... There's just something about it that bothers me. Oh, now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. Oh, maybe we should. Oh, wait, straight into the talk menu. That's very nice of you. There's a lot going on here, though. Any progress with your... It's nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Also, it's called an investigation, not a... Almost everybody was involved with the cover-up, so it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Once you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I just got to make do and see what I can turn up. Alright, the candelabra. Emma, can we check out this candelabra a little more? A little more? What are you... Oops! What happened? I just dropped it! I almost... Oh man, she almost did drop it. And the candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. That's the murder weapon, isn't it? Wait a minute. Now what? Look how sharp those spikes are, man! One of the pins that hold the candles is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is. What makes you say that? That thing looks like it's going to come to life any second. I've just watched Beauty and the Beast one too many times. Call it forensic investigators' intuition. We already dusted this for prints earlier, so let's test it with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she'd use every test she has at the same time if she could. Hey man, don't knock it until you've tried it. Just hang on, this will only take a second. Yeah, I'll just stand here and stare too. I hope this turns up a new lead somehow. Guess what? Nothing! Haha, I gotcha! Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. Oh, that's bad. That's a lot. What is all that blood doing on there? Wow, okay. Candelabra from the hold bearing fingerprints from Bloomsbury's dominant left hand, lest we forget. Traces of blood were found on it. But from who? I mean, we know he had a bloody hand. But... And they didn't talk about it much, but... Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception? These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. It's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I could probably show it to Emma. Yeah, I think we might. Wait, let's talk about the bloodstain first. About this bloodstain? What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene lift and a bloodstained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. You know, there's a couple of options in the other menus that, like, were blatantly not, like, were wrong, and I wish I'd tried them. Like the gods yesterday in the trial. I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I guess that is a possibility. Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time? Are you kidding? Who do you think you're talking to? Don't underestimate the power of science. I'll be done in a jiffy. Well, that's good, because it looks like we're in a Jiffy Lube right now. Oh, don't say lube. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? It seems that the blood from the lift and the candelabra are from the same person. Alright. Matches the blood on the candelabra. So, like, he probably hurt his hand on the candelabra. What was he doing with it, though? Candelabra updated in the court record. Candelabra from hole bearing fingerprints from Gloomsbury's dominant left hand. Again, they really want you to remember that. Stained with the same blood found on the lift. Well, the victim was clubbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood. But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood, then who in the world is it? Well, it's just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with a candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra. I mean, if that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder. It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about a third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. Mysterious blood stain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just might be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. Might be worth taking another look around in there. The reception hall? The forensics team is in there investigating right now. Oh, they are they? Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else. Good idea. We could go question some people. Especially Soren. There's quite a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Hell yeah, it does. Off to do some legwork then? Yep. I thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters. He was accompanying the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great. Thanks. Later, Emma. Bye. That's probably a cut in between videos there, isn't it? I don't know if it is or not. We'll find out when the videos go up, I suppose. I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't going to. She was definitely going to. I was told I had guests. Oh, hello there. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. For some reason this music reminds me of Earthbound. It's weird. Soren? Good? You're Ellen's lawyer, right? Huh? Yeah, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me. Will Ellen... Oh, is he flippin'? He's flippin'! Oh my god! This really is Yusuke, isn't it? Oh wait, that's Joker that does that, though. So why am I talking about Persona 5 right now? Will Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here, investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? What are you? Who are you? Are he and his sister, like, the same person, maybe? No, okay, I know, that's going way too far. Soren? What if... Oh my god. What if... No, though. Well, he does have a little bit of a rack, but... You know, like, what if maybe it was him who died and the sister who survived, and now she's been pretending to be him? You know, and then that would explain why they weren't so happy at the wedding, because they weren't actually getting married. They were doing the whole thing as a facade. To trick the family, maybe because she was trying to get away or something? I don't know. What's that pause all about? Yeah, the cover-up, let's try it. Yeah, I presented like one thing to him and it went into like this minute-long animation. I don't know if I want to do that 17 more times, so... It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right? What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us! You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Bloomsbury's murder. Ellen thought that through the power of the timekeeper you built, she traveled back in time. So that's why there were 2 receptions. What?! Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here. We must go deeper. A lot deeper. Oh my god. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time. You're not the one who was behind it all? Pierce Nicody stated in court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out. Pierce said that? Let's see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides is in essence my decision too. So I take it you didn't know anything about the cover-up. That's none of your beeswax, good sir. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row, and still you claim to know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. I ain't talking to you no more. If you can name that movie, damn, dude. It's Breakdown, sorry. But Soren! But sir! Oh, here it goes with the paper airplane. Watch it, Phoenix, he's gonna hit you in the head. And... swipe to the right! It didn't work, I tried to dodge it. Dang it. I guess my timing was off. Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. It says, go away. Oh my god, I was right! Oh my god! Oh, that's... oh... that could have said anything in the world, you know, and I knew the general idea of what he was going to say. Doesn't get clearer than that, huh? He's looking especially uncooperative, but... maybe I can grab his attention somehow. Still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. Sister. That has to be it. Sis. I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. How rude. Is intruding on the private lives of others a part of your job as a lawyer? Oh, I apologize. I guess showing him the picture of his sister wasn't such a good idea after all. Well, at least he didn't throw a paper airplane at us. Should try some of this stuff up here, like the candelabra. I don't know if that's really such a good idea. Oh, Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... oh, we got a reaction here. Soren, what is it? Nothing. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Oh gosh, what's... Nick, look at his stomach, he's bleeding! Somebody help! Soren's collapsed! I didn't do it! Master Soren! Get him to the hospital, quickly now! Oh man. Poor Soren, that must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick? Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh, what's this? That his injury was caused by it? It's Soren's notebook. What has he been writing in here? Okay, I'm gonna need like about 3 or 4 hours to just sit down and leaf through this thing with some soft Persona music playing in the background, a nearby candle lit... oh, well, maybe not a candle, that would be a bad idea. A flashlight, I don't know. Maybe just go by the fireplace. If I had a fireplace, I'd totally do that. Not doing it outside because it's like 94 degrees out there, so... He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital. Oh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it. Don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek. I do. Dear God, do I ever. What to do? Let's look, man. Take a look. It's in a book. I feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a little look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh? What is it? Did you find something? After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes drastically. So that's when the sister died. Good to know. Well, ever since that date, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life. As in every. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary. But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful. But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that, and I'll tell you. Take a look, Maya. Hey, Maya, let go or we'll rip it! Oh, God, please don't do that! No! No! You should just let me take a look! How is this my fault? Oh no, Nick. What? Ah! Oh no! I can't read a thing on these 2 pages now. Uh-oh, you're gonna get it now. No, we'll just tell him that it fell off his side and into the pool of blood. We didn't look at it. I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? Oh my god. It's a each day. I mean, it has to be because of the time travel thing, right? Like, he's keeping track of every detail because he wants to see if, like, something changes or if something... Maybe he's trying to figure out what day he's on or something? Or, like, he wants to be able to have a way to know which day he's on if he goes back. Because what if, like, say you invented time travel but you didn't have any control over where it took you? You would want to have a way to, like, chronicle the small details so you could use those to determine when you were. The thing is, though, how would that help him save his sister if he didn't start doing that until after she died? Unless somehow he knew she was going to die. And there's like something he could have done differently. I don't know. But time travel doesn't exist, though. This is also silly. Anyway, oh, hey, look. There's something sticking out of the notebook. Oh, it looks like a newspaper article. That looks very realistic. Let's see. It's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. Well, there you go. Yep. What else does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was... Well, ain't that something? It says Soren was in the car too, and that he had sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Soren completely changed after the accident. My god. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. I was gonna say, because here's something else weird that I was thinking. I just love time travel stories, and I've seen a lot of them, so that's why I have so many theories here suddenly. Here's the thing. What if he's already time traveled? I can't keep doing that. There is not real time travel in this game, I'm pretty sure. That's why I think I'm kind of wasting my time, but... Like, with coming up with theories, they wouldn't do that, I don't think. Then again, who knows? Oh, did you guys hear about the theory of... Like, Red Letter Media's theory that Star Wars Episode 9 is going to be about time travel? It's kind of awesome. It's awesome to hear him talk about it. Because apparently after he made that video, like, J.J. Abrams scheduled a reshoot for some scenes in Star Wars, like, suddenly after that video went up. And it's like, isn't it a little late to be reshooting stuff now? And we know that they watch his stuff, that the Hollywood people watch his videos. Also, J.J. Abrams wrote Lost, and look where that ended up, so... Oh, man. Anyway, I'm getting way off the subject here. I'm so sorry about this. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility of him being responsible for the sister's death. Yeah. Or like Soren thinking as such. You think Soren could have... I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Oh, he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the flying carpet, or flying chapel. Oops. Well, I mean... Everything's already been checked. Wait, we didn't check the table here, did we? Aha! Come back to hear more about my camera, have you? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm really busy right now. Aw, what a shame. Well, if you ever want to talk about cameras, come back and see me anytime. Sounds like even his own family members don't want to listen to him. Bad laugh there just now. So it's the fake flowers. Hey, Nick. Better watch out or you'll be cursed by the bouquet of woe. Oh, come on, Maya. Like I'm going to believe an urban legend you just made up. Alright, mooring dock. Can we find out about this bench thing? I'm sure old Pierce is around here somewhere. Oh, Mr. Wright and Miss Faye. Hello. Hi, how you doing? My god. Hello, Pierce. We're just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. It's totally understandable, really. But shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him. And I'm in constant contact with him. Yep. How's he doing? Shitty! Okay. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Use Stay Hydrated bot if you have to. Also see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. We cannot let him start talking about something and getting us in trouble. Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? I must return to Master Soren now, but... Did you want something of me? Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the blood stain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally, Commander, that Mr. Soren gets back this time. Yes, sir! Thank you. I trust you do not look inside. Oh, of course not! No, why would I do that? Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case? Oh, balderdash. As I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. Is that the watch? Wait a minute. Where's the picture of... Photo of Soren's sister. That is the same watch that's in this picture. Huh. Interesting. I wonder what that's all about. Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. So if you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. Hi, then. Talk away. Should I go through the whole presenting thing here? So we got a clipping of a newspaper article detailing the car accident. Even now it is painful to remember the accident that you suddenly know about now. Wait a minute, by showing that to him, I just gave away that I looked in the book. Crap. And Master Soren is not the only one who suffers still. The entire Sprocket family was plunged into deep sorrow. Sorrow they still feel to this day. Now I can understand why Soren changed so much after the accident. That is why I do not want you to bring up the car accident again. I hope you understand. Yeah, I understand. So I guess that topic is out. No, we just started on it. Is this your blood? Do you recognize this, Pierce? It is not really something I care to look at. But it was you and the others who tried to cover things up in the hold, wasn't it? I know, but I was just being facetious. I left that entirely to my subordinates, so I really don't know anything about it myself. That's weird. Yeah, oh boy. Everybody's all blaming everybody else here. It's typical political breastfeeding, really. Do you recognize this, Pierce? Have you ever pierced anybody with it? It is not really something I care to look at. Yeah, okay. Ooh, hold entry record. Hey dude, I got proof that you were in the hold. What do you have to say about that? Probably nothing, though. Like, he's not going to admit it, right? And what is this? Just wondering if there's anything you can tell me about it. Oh, okay, so it's a dead end. I see. Time is money, as they say, so perhaps you should learn to spend it more wisely. Right. Good advice, but his chilly attitude has given me some serious goosebumps. The thing that sucks about trying to spend time wisely is that you're always spending it. You can't just stop spending it and, like, save some for later, you know? Okay, anyway, to the talk menu, the cover-up, again. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on the matter. Oh, he really likes that watch, doesn't he? I will say I do not think it wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. But it was my only choice, really. The accident? Alright. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident, even though I just presented it to you like 2 minutes ago? Where did you find that? Did I not already tell you about that accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury, I always say that wrong, was driving the car at the time. Oh, let me blow my nose. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? I kind of don't think he caused it. Just because he was driving doesn't mean he was responsible. Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. It is a good question, though. On Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Very forgiving, apparently. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moments she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. I mean, he probably needed him for something. Like, I mean, not to bring up the time travel stuff again, but if you were gonna do that, what if he was trying to go together with the other guy because he needed to? Like, maybe in time travel, if you're gonna change something that somebody else did, you would need to have that person there to go back with you or whatever. I don't know, I'm getting into some weird crap here. So you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments. Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. Yeah, okay, what kind of a party was it? It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Oh. Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena's and Master Soren's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. But Miss Selena, her boobs were so big that they just hit the dashboard, and sometimes you just can't fix certain things, you know? Or maybe they got sliced off and that's why he's... Ugh, never mind. The last words Miss Selena said to me were... Oh no! Please help Soren. Ever since then, I have attended Master Soren and tried to help him in any way I can. I see. Selena's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed, because it was me. That's how I got this job, you know. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great, he quit being a surgeon. Did he operate on her? Oh. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where's her fiancé now? Oh, just waiting in the wings, waiting for the right time to commit a murder. Good question, I wonder that sometimes myself. Selena had a fiance. Well, big surprise there. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. I wouldn't say that. You said he quit being a surgeon, right? So... But that was 6 months ago. And you said you've been on this butler job for a year, so it's not you. So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? Oh my god, you were so persistent, dude. There's nothing more to tell. Can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Huh. You're still insisting we have a piece of evidence we don't know much about. I wonder if I'm supposed to wait till after this to present it. Pierce. Have you ever seen this candelabra before? No, I don't know anything about it. Well, how did we know? How did I know? How did I know, y'all?